Alright guys, we got this bad boy about wrapped up. She's coming along pretty nice, So I thought, you know, I want to put a trailer hitch on it. So I'm taking some styrene here. This is just our square tube. This is 252. So I cut a little chunk off, which we have right here. We'll wear a truck out of the way for a minute. Alright, so I got that cut. So I'm going to take a drill, a little pin vise. I'm going to drill a hole in it. If I can get it in the middle. Now I'm going to take another flat piece and kind of glue it onto that and try to put some rings on it. Alright, we're going to take some 146, just some flat strip. Tell how old this is, look at the price. I've had this stuff forever. I think now it's about double that probably. So this will be our piece that it basically bolts onto, so we'll go pretty wide with it. So we're going to do is just glue that on like so. I gotta figure what to put on there for some hooks. Maybe it's not gonna get them. I don't know. Okay, so we'll just glue this bad boy on somewhere close to the middle, and then we'll paint it. Use my little gauge here. All right, we'll let that dry for a minute, and we'll get it painted. I gotta figure out what to do some hooks here. I'll be back. Okay, I got an idea. I'm gonna drill 2 holes in here. One here. I'm gonna use some wire. That'll work. One here. Now the wire I'm not going to go all the way around with. I'm just going to use the hole as a guide. Just put the wire in. Alright, let's see what I can find for some heavier wire. Okay, we're going to use some of this guy here. No idea what size it is. Sorry. Let's see, what can we roll this on? I'll try this. It might be too big. That's too big. That's too big. What are you thinking? Toothpick. Toothpick will be about right size. There we go. Just gonna roll this guy around like so. Take it all the way to the end, tight. Like that. I'm gonna take it and twist them. Like that. I'm gonna see if I can cut that and make that fit in there. That'll be my loop. Almost looks too big, doesn't it? Might be alright. Let's try that again. Alright, we're going to take the toothpick. Actually, I need something small. We'll try this here. So we're going to just go over big. Just kind of just cross it like so. I'll take and cut it just below where the 2 pieces meet, and we'll see what that looks like. I don't like it. Actually, if I take the hole and drill it all the way up, I think that'd look alright. Let me do that. And when I put it on here, I'll drill the hole the rest of the way through, and then that'll be it. That'll look alright. Especially once I paint it, should be fine. So do the same thing, another one here. And then we'll get the blade put on it. We should be good to go. So I think I'm going to glue this on now and I'll paint it later. Now that the truck's assembled, it's going to be harder to flip it and add these accessories on it. Just getting fragile. Might just stand right on her nose. So I took the bumper off. I should have did this a little better. A little better thought process, I guess, in it, but I wasn't thinking at the time. So it was just easier to just pop that off because I just had them glued on these 2 pieces. Like I say, I just took that flat styrene, then that square piece, drilled a hole through it. I may take another piece of wire and make like a hook, you know, like bend it over and down like it's got a pin in it. And I obviously took those 2 pieces of wire. So what I did is I took my big drill bit, glued that on, and I drilled the hole all the way in. And put a little bit of glue on there, and then I took those 2 pieces of that pin where it folded around the wire and just made a nice hook out of it. So that turned out pretty cool. So now at this point I'm just going to paint that black, and we're going to get it glued back on, and then we have a trailer hitch. Alright, I'll get her glued on, and actually I'm going to paint it first, then I'm going to glue it on, and then we'll put the snowplow on it and we should be done. Alright guys, the snowplow had to go under some major surgery. I could not get those wheels off without breaking everything, so I just pulled the axles out. So we got our front stands, and we got our axles here. So now I'm just taking and pinning them. Basically just drilled holes in the axle, run some pins through, so that held pretty good. I cannot believe I did this. You know what? I got to quit working out here at 1 in the morning because that's usually how it happens. So I basically just took and got some wire, some of my K&S music wire, 0.39, and drilled me a nice hole in it. So I drilled holes in here and repinned it. So this way she's all nice and pinned now, so should work pretty good. So yeah, I did one here. This is all glued together, so that pins up really tight. So we're good. So I just gotta stick the other axle on there. So I wanted to do, because this was my original plan originally, and I never did it because I was, like I say, I was rushing this thing. I wanted to take those hubs and paint them, and I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, and I'm gonna put a red line on there for the hub itself, for the lever to turn. So we'll get this back together and we'll do the final show off on it, which obviously most of you guys have seen, but we're gonna let it roll that way and go from there. Alright guys, so we're gonna wrap up the rust bucket build that I'm very behind on, but you know what, we got it finished. So a lot of you guys have seen this on video before with down at the model shows, but we're gonna take a little more in-depth look at it and all that good stuff. So like I say, it's turned out pretty decent. I may have changed a little bit over the rusting on it. I think next time I would do a little different. I do like the cutouts in the box. I think it looks pretty good. And, you know, no cap corners. That's common. So I made a mistake and I put the locking hubs on the back. So I got them switched around, and I got the fronts in the correct spot, and I made them chrome, kind of like how they usually are. So this has the cracked windshield in it. I'm using a different turntable because the other one's kind of wobbly. I got to get that fixed. So I'll just give you kind of an overall on it. So the chain in the back, that's extra chain from the front. The other thing I wish I would have done a little more was dented the box up, because that's kind of typical. What my original plan was to get a piece of wood and make it look like there's a piece of plywood in there. Kind of fill in the holes. That was my original plan. It still may happen. I don't know yet. Then we got the broken taillight on this side. So basically took the plastic, just chipped it out and stuck it back in. So like I say, made that custom bumper on the back. And got her all nice and rotted out over here. My antennas took a little bit of a bend when I went down to the Acme show. My foam kind of caught the corners up a little bit, but that's alright. Gives that more authentic look, I guess. So yeah, so that's not too bad looking. So we'll take a look under the hood here. So I didn't go crazy detailing under the hood. So the other thing I am missing under here is the heater hoses. I actually didn't realize I didn't put those on until I was cleaning up out here when I got home from the Detroit show. And I looked and I thought, hey, the heater hoses are on the bench. Whoops. But I didn't detail, I didn't wire it, nothing like that. The Moroso air cleaner is out of the Dodge Daytona Shelby Z kit. That's the extra ones they give you. I figured that looked kind of cool because, you know, somebody would have had to modify this by now. So while the hood's off now, we'll take a look underneath. Get a little pickup here. I'm going to completely flip it because of that blade. So there we have it. There's my custom exhaust pipe. Turned out pretty cool in those shocks. So it's like say, man, when I had to redo those tires, I actually had the axles off. I showed you in the video there, and I had to break them completely off and drill it and repin it. So that wasn't as good of a time as I thought it was going to be. So looking at the interior, you guys seen that on the videos. I punched holes in it. Did all that. So the other thing I think I'm going to do on this yet, I want to put some stickers in the back. I wish I could find something like Summit Racing or JEG'S or something like that. That'd be kind of cool to put on there. But it may get like Holly equipped or something like that. Some decals in the back window. So let's see if I can hone in on the inside here. Probably not going to. But yeah, so try to rat it out a little bit in the inside. Other than that, I think it turned out pretty cool. So that is the build on the snowplow. Additions may come down the road. You may see, I'm going to probably be taking this to some of the shows. All that kind of stuff. And under the hood, I did kind of just a spot over the carburetor air cleaner as if it maybe backfired, caught on fire at one time. So that was always typical. So hey guys, so that was the build on the snowplow. That's kind of a little bit in-depth look on it, a little closer where we were. And that's going to wrap it up for the Rust Bucket group build that I originally started this with over at Mars's channel. So once again, if you guys have not checked out Mars's channel, go on ahead over there and check out his stuff. He is pretty good at this rusting. I give him credit because I tell you what, it takes a lot of extra work to do this. I mean, it takes a lot of extra planning and work to do all this. Other than that, this model was supplied by Hobby Nut Models, so guys, go check out the website down there. There'll be a link in the description below. But yeah, like I say, it was a pretty nice build. I don't know, I wouldn't mind doing another one maybe, but just not rotted out. Maybe next time around. So of course I added my antenna deal on the other side here. I always gotta put my antennas on. Alright guys, so I appreciate you guys following along on these build series. It's finally done to a point. So yeah. Okay guys, gonna wrap this up. I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out the channel. And hey, we will see you guys on the next video. You guys have a good one, and thanks for watching.